Greetings, guys. We're going to correct your test. This is how I want it corrected, okay? Every time you get some points on a problem, I want you to mark plus whatever points you get, and then we'll write down some scores along the way. So all of these multiple choice on the front are worth 2 points each, and they're going to be either 2 points or nothing. So if you got A on number 1, mark yourself 2 points. If you got C on number 2, give yourself 2 points. If you had D on part 3, give yourself 2 points. If you had D on number 4, give yourself 2 points. If you had D on number 5, give yourself 2 points. If you had A on number 6, give yourself 12 points. That's a total of 12 points from the front page. So right here in the bottom corner, I want you to mark whatever score you got out of 12. Great. And then let's turn the page over. Okay, everything on the back page, well, 7 to 18 are worth 3 points each. Okay, so generally, here's how it's going to go. If you got it perfect, that's 3 points. If you got it mostly right, so there's just a one minor mistake or something, that's 2 points. If you got something right in there, that's worth 1 point. 0 is going to be left for blanks, or there's just, yeah, you got an answer, but nothing's right. I'll give some other details along the way, so pay attention, problem by problem. Number 7, x to the power of 4 over 3. Okay, if you have all 3 of those things, the x, the 4 over the 3, that's worth 3 points. Okay, so I'd give myself 3 points. If you have at least one of these things right, the x, the 4, the 3, that's worth 1 point. If you have at least 2 of them right, okay, by the way, right would not be 3 out of 4. That would be a 1 point thing. So I'm trying to think how you get 2 points correct, but maybe it could happen. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 things in position. There's 3 points. Okay, number 8, 2a in parentheses to the negative 2/5. The parentheses have to be there. The negative has to be there. If you have that, that's worth 3 points. If you're missing a negative, but everything else is right, including the parentheses, that's a couple of points. If you have everything right, but you forgot the parentheses, including the negative, that's a couple of points. Okay? If you're missing the parentheses and the negative, that's okay. That's still worth 2 points. But if you missed this 2 out of 5, that's going to be a 1 point thing. That's a big deal. I mean, you're going to only get 1 point on that. So give yourself the score you earned. Let's move on. Number 9, c to the power of, under a cubed root to the power of 4. Now, you could have this. You could have the cubed root of c all to the 4th. You could do that. Or, you could do this, the cubed root of c, and if you had that 4 sitting out there, that would be okay. Okay? I don't need the parentheses here. Here's your 3 things, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 points. If you didn't get all of that, you got mostly correct or something correct. Give yourself your score, 1 or 2. Here, the 5th root of, in parentheses, 2r to the 6th. There's 3 things, the 2r, the 6, and the 5. There's your 3 points. Okay? If you got all 3 of those, there's your 3 points. Now, if you missed the parentheses, that's a 2-point thing. Okie doke. So, if you miss the parentheses, that's going to be only you're going to get 2 points. Other than that, give yourself your score, mostly or partially correct. Stop. Okay, it's still recording. I'll just delete out this middle part. What's up?
I was wondering, by chance, have you got any of the quizzes graded so I could study them to see what I'd got on?
Not yet. I'm swamped with this stuff.
Okay.
Talk to me after school.
Okay. Is this right after school or?
Oh, dang it. I think I'm supposed to be giving a video presentation for all the teachers in the district after school. It would have to be right after school.
Okay, I'll come right after
It's
school.
15 minutes in. I'm going to be occupied.
Okay, I'll come right after school.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, back to this. Where was I? Oh, right here. Here, 2x times the square root of 2x. I've got to have 2x outside, 2x inside. Okay, if you had parentheses here, that would still be okay. If you don't, that's still okay. So really, you've got the 2x and the 2x. If you've got a 2x left inside there, or you have a 2x left or pulled outside and something else there, you're going to give yourself a couple of points. If you have something, but if you have a 2 out here, an x out here, or 2 in there, if you have something correct, give yourself 1. 3 points for that. Okay, here, negative 24y times the square root of y. Now, something else worth full credit. If you had negative 4 times 6y and never multiplied that, I'll give you 3 points for that. That's totally okay also. Okay? There's really 3 things. The y, and the 24. If you've got one of those right, that's worth a point. If you've got a couple of them right, that's worth 2 points. If you only have, you have to have all 3 of those, including the negative. Okay, let's move over here. Now, 1 over 6. If you have 1 over 2 times 3, I'll give you that full credit. Now, 2 points here. I would give you 2 points if you had 2 to the negative 1 times 3 to the negative 1. If you had that, I'll give you 2 points for that. Okay? I think that's about all I'd give 2 points for. Okay? If you have questions on that, you think you earned the 2 points because it's mostly correct, ask me. Okay, 3. 14. X to the power of 25 sevenths. That's it. That's all you need. Or, you could have this. You could have the 7th root of x to the 25th. That would be okay too for full credit. That's 3 points. If you have this, x to the power of 4 minus the 3/7, that's a 2-point thing. If you realize you could subtract them, that's 2 points. If you have that, but then did it wrong after that, yeah, you're going to get the 2 points. Okay, so mostly 3. Anyway, moving on. 3 points on that. 9 cubed roots of 2. There's 3 points there. If you simplified this right and you have 6 cubed roots of 2, that's worth 2 points all by itself. Okay? But to get to your third point, you had to combine them. Here, 16. Actually, you know what? And you know what? Let me go back here. On this 16, if you just broke this down into 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I'll give you a point just for doing that. Same as over here on 16. The final answer, negative 3 square roots of 2 minus 2 square roots of 6. If these are in backwards order, but both negative, that's still worth 3 points. Okay? If you simplified them all, but failed to combine the ones that were like, that's going to be a 2-point thing. But really, if you broke down the 18 into 3 times 3 times 2, the 8 into 2 times 2 times 2, and the 24 into 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, if you realized you had to break these down, I'll give you 1 point just for that. Okay. Here, 3 points. 3 square roots of 2 plus 2 square roots of 3. They do not need to be in that order. They can be backwards. Now, if you did this, you got the square root of 18 plus the square root of 12. That's going to be worth 2 points. Okay? I'm trying to think of something else that might be worth 2 points, and I can't. If you had at least one of those, that would be worth 1 point. But to get all 3, you've got to simplify it down. Here, your final answer is 13 square roots of 5 minus 35. Those can be in the wrong backwards order, so it could be negative 35 plus 13 square roots of 5. If you got any one of these, that's worth 1 point. If you got any 2 of those, that's going to be worth 2 points. Okay? So on that back page, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 problems for a total of 36 points each. So mark your score on the back page out of 36. So right now you've got 36 pages from the back page, 12 pages from the front page. Okay? There's one last thing, and this one I'm going to make worth some extra credit. You've got calculate the perimeter of the triangle with these sides. If all you did is add together these things and you never simplified, I'll give you 1 point. If you simplified this one correctly, you can take 2 extra credit points for simplifying it and adding it. If you got your final answer, I'll give you 3 points. And if you got millimeters, I'll give you that 4th point. So you could earn up to 4 points. You got this far, 1 point, this far, 2 points, this far, 3 points, included the units, 4 points. So you can add those 4 extra credit points to the 36 from the front, to the 12 from 36 from the back, 12 from the front. I'm mixing myself up. There I am. And you're going to have a final score out of 48. And you've got everything right, and you got the extra credit. It'll be more than 48. Now, in your calculator, I want you to find your percentage. So, for example, if I got 35, I'd just do 35 divided by 48, and then I would take whatever that is and I'd multiply it by 100. So if I got a 38.5, I would have 72.9%. So I'd have 73%. I want you to round that to the nearest whole number, and I want you to mark that score right up here in front. Okie doke. There's how you score your test. I hope you did well, and score it well. Bye.